Hi, this is Alter Herod and my name's Rob Runacres and I am at 2 Days of the Blade with the brilliant Dave Rawlins. So Dave, do you want to just explain what the event is about and what your aim is in this event?
Well, what we wanted to do, we wanted to start off with people we perceived were giving a very scholarly approach to swordsmanship. Rather than making it a combat event, making it very, very technical, getting teachers that we felt embodied that, taking advice from people about which teachers they wanted to come and actually take part as well.
Okay, fantastic. So what teachers have you got here?
We have you.
You?
Yeah,
Get
I think
on with
with
it.
you and me, we really, we really scraped, but we were looking for those last two people, and it just ended up being us.
Yeah,
no one else would take it.
Yeah.
But we have you, obviously, which is awesome. We have Tom Pewey. We have Aitor, and I think a lot of people certainly in the UK aren't aware of Aitor, and he's lovely and he's an incredibly talented fencer.
This is Aitor Blanco from Spain, who's teaching distress. Yeah. Okay.
Yep, incredibly humble guy, and humble beyond his insane capabilities. His capabilities are great. Very, very calm, very patient teacher. Expresses it incredibly well. His movement, again, very, very similar, I think, in a way to Tom Pewey, that their movement is so expressive and their tactile sensibilities on the blade is so fluid, and it's lovely to watch. So both of them, and it was a real toss-up as to who to get to teach Destreza. And I kind of felt bad about getting Tom to do Montante in a way, but I think it's also something different for him to do, which is nice. And also, Aitor is absolutely wonderful. So yeah, Aitor. We have Roman doing pole from Maya.
And this is Roman Vajank from Slovenia.
Yep, whose surname I can never pronounce. And Keith Farrell.
Indeed.
Doing longsword. And again, everybody chosen really for their ability to transmit information calmly and succinctly.
Okay, do you feel this is something that's been lacking in some events? We're not looking to point fingers or anything, but obviously a lot of events cram a lot in, have a lot of things, try and do, say, new weapons or have a competition or something.
I don't think it's definitely not a criticism of any other type of layout. It's just really a choice of going, I know a lot of people want to do competitions, that's fine, have a competition event. But quite often when you're having little bits of this and this and this, it takes away from having just one aim. And we wanted to have one aim. Okay, people get to spar, but the one aim is to be able to give a better academic and a better structural understanding of everything we're doing and dedicate a lot of time to that mechanic.
Okay, is there one thing that you particularly want to do from a personal side this weekend?
For me, no, I want everyone to really enjoy it and to actually go away, even certainly in my class, I wanted to get an idea of the concept behind what's going on. So rather than going sort of like, you went away and you remembered this one move perfectly, it's going like, look at the framework of this, look at how the framework can be varied, but look at how that varied framework is consistent and one side is affected by the other and so on and so on. So for me, I think trying to transmit that information, everybody else trying to get, obviously, a good time out of it. Again, I wanted to change the perception of how instructors are treated as well. And also the organiser, our event manager, I felt that it's very important that everybody got paid for what they did. So this is something I also wanted to achieve. I wanted to try and make it into something which changes our perception, very much like if you expect an author to be paid for their work or a musician to come up. You don't want them to just come and play for free, because that's taking the piss out of them. We want them to feel respected, and that respect, which is being given by the students because they're giving us the money, then being turned back to the other instructors rather than going, well, we made loads of money, excellent. You go, no, we want you to come back next year, and we want the students to feel that the instructors are valued. And I think that is something important, because we've got very, very professional people, and we want to encourage that professionalism.
Well, you have three instructors here, yourself, Tom and Keith are full-time martial arts instructors. And do you feel this is something, because you're very much professionals in an amateur world, that you have to deal with then, that you're basically trying to make some of us who are part-time instructors as well more professional?
That's a bit of a difficult
perceived
one.
More professionally.
Yeah, I think this is the perception, because there's, what I do not want to give the idea of is that there's a hierarchy where, because some people are professional, they're better. Because that is, I mean, historically we have the idea that sort of like belt makers are going off and doing martial arts and this kind of thing. So you don't have to have this exclusivity of, you do this all the time, then you're better. And this is not the impression I want to give. It's very much that when people give an hour and a half of their time, they are giving that hour and a half their expertise. That deserves to be paid. It isn't a matter of being a sort of like a full-time instructor or anything like that. It's a case of, you are professional in what you do. You might not be being paid for it as much as somebody who does it all the time, but that's just a quirk of circumstance. It's not a quirk of knowledge.
Okay. All right. Dave Rawlins, thank you very much for your time, and look forward to the rest of the event.
Lovely. Thank you.
Hi, so I'm at 2 Days of the Blade. I'm with Delia Hamwood, who is the event organiser for the whole thing. So Delia, how long have you been working on this event?
I took it over when the tickets came out, which was in late November, I think, to the best of my recollection. Basically, I was like, "Oh, Dave, I'll handle the tickets for you," and then I was like, "You know what, Dave? You know what? Just let me do these things."
So basically, you just took over completely.
I just took it over. That was very much because I was handling all the ticket sales. Because I was like, I'll set up the event, right? I'll do the website. That was sort of another part of it. I was actually using it to pad out my portfolio. And once I'd done that, I was like, look, I'm the one who's got control of all the logins. I've got all the information, and then it kind of made sense. And because I'm not working full time as well, so.
Well, Dave's very keen that you're recognised along with other event organisers, tournament managers, and the like, perhaps a bit more professionally than is normally done. Because of course, you know, people like you perhaps don't get recognised as much. You put in the bulk of the work. It's been quite an intensive period for you.
Yeah, it has been. The thing was, I think, because we're running it and we needed to organise everyone into groups because we needed to make sure everyone was able to have the weapons for 6 very different classes. I think it was more intensive in a way than an event where you expect people to just turn up and pick and choose their classes.
Yeah, and bring their own equipment as well for a lot of it.
Yeah, but because we were pitching it as you get to do every class, we have to make sure then that you can do every class. So I've spent hours and hours on spreadsheets, and just quite a lot of logistical stuff sending out over email was the bulk of the work, to be honest. Yeah.
And you've just received a little memento.
I have.
Thanks.
I'll hold it up to the camera.
So fantastic. A Donnelly, I believe.
It
is. Course.
And he's obviously made it. It matches my rapier that he made me just recently, that I got from Marco recently. So
Marco
I've actually got a set now.
Yeah. Okay.
It's amazing.
All right, Delia, thank you so much for setting up what's proving to be a wonderful event. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the time here.
I will. I hope you enjoy the rest of your teaching and your sparring. Thank you.
Cheers then. So I'm here at 2 Days of the Blade in London, the UK, and we're just looking at the sparring area here. It's a bit of a gloomy day, but it's quite a warm day. I'm sure you're fascinated to hear all about that. What we have is 6 instructors, you'll already be aware. But the thing is, it's been done so that everyone gets the opportunity to do each workshop. So no one has to sort of choose between the two. And we've got people here from all over Britain and from France as well. And just walking through here, there's a bigger hall out the back. And we see Marco Donnelly and Dave over there. We should see Keith Farrell selling his stuff from Fallen Rook. And we have Aitor Blanco, the wonderful Aitor Blanco, stealing 2 Montante for Tom Puey's class. Okay, so we'll bring more news. We shall bring more news later. Thanks. Hi, so we're at 2 Days of the Blade on the second day, and we're with the magnificent Tom Puey, who will be teaching Montante today. So, Tom, what particular aspects of Montante are you going to be teaching?
Hello. I think this event I will teach about the Godinho's rules of Montante. Godinho was a bad guy of the end of the 16th century. Bad guy who used Montante for... and we will talking a little bit about this and general aspect of the Montante, which is a little bit to figure out the rules and the life of the Montante.
Okay, so has everyone got a Montante for this lesson, or has everyone actually got a Montante they can use for this lesson?
This Montante,
yeah.
From Donnelly, it's a good Montante. Yes, of course. We will use this kind of Montantes and plastic Montantes too, because I want the people. Montante is a weapon in the end of the 16th century and the 17th century. Use it. It's very strange to use Montante against Montante. Only one rule in Godinho, only one rule in Figueredo, but a lot of rules about fighting. A lot of people carry rapiers. Then we will carry rapiers.
Okay.
It's better plastic Montantes to do this.
Okay, and just to say, you've done a lot of YouTube videos, haven't you? Is it on Godinho on
the next is Godinho. I have the Godinho rules, but this is only the first approach. and I try, because it's not me, we stay into my club, trying to do exactly that the rules say, not the better that I can or my companions can do, but exactly the rules. And this is the first approach, because we must study the very good body mechanics about this. I think it's important go step by step, and the first approach is good. In a horrible place in Coruña, because it's very very ugly place I put in YouTube, but I hope the next time beauty the place the second approach.
Okay, well, I'll put a link onto those videos on the video. So have you enjoyed yourself at this event?
Yes, this one.
Yeah.
Yes, it's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, fantastic.
This is my first time in London.
Yeah, and how have you found London?
Yeah. It's amazing town. Yeah. Town.
City.
Yeah, town.
All right, Tom Puade, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Hi, so I'm with Aitor, I'm with Blanca, who really don't want to be interviewed for this video blog.
Yeah.
And they worked all day yesterday teaching Destreza. So what was it you were actually trying to bring over when you came here? What did you want to try and teach from Destreza?
Well, first of all, we wanted to transmit the main principles of our traditional martial art, the main principles, the most important techniques, and try to share with all the guys, all the friends in England.
Okay. And were you doing anything in particular? Was there a particular treatise you were really working from?
Yeah, well, we work especially with Maestro Francisco Lorenterrada, Rada Maestro, and I think that he's maybe the most important maestro talking about specific techniques.
Yeah.
He wasn't the former maestro of Destreza, was Carranza, but I think it's really didactical to work with.
Okay. And both of you are amazing fencers and were fighting fantastically and killed me individually as well.
It's not true.
It is very true.
It's not true.
First time in London?
No.
No, you've been in London before, but I mean, did you get to see much of London when you came here to visit the event?
Before I didn't see so much, but the first time, the first day we came here for the event, we had a really nice walk around London. Yeah, the Wallace collection, that was amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Buckingham Palace, the Big Ben, and it was really.
Yeah, very nice people and fantastic. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put you out of your misery quickly. Is there anything in particular that you really enjoyed this weekend that you'd like to share?
Well, the people is really it's amazing. This event, also your company and your fencing. We enjoy so much with your class. And
Well, I let you hit me so much. I mean, it was, my fencing was very useful for you. So, okay. Aitor and Blanca, thank you very much for your time.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot.
Our
Bye.
pleasure. Yeah.
Okay, so we're at the end now of 2 Days of the Blade in London, and I'm with Roman Vajang.
Hi.
So Roman, you've been teaching staff this weekend.
Yes.
Do you want to just tell us a bit about that?
I follow the 5th chapter of Joachim Meyer's Gründliche Beschreibung, ... We covered just the basic movement. We saw how the quarter staff actually behaves in movement, linear or circular, and as always there was not enough time to go through the schedule.
Yeah.
But the people were great. There were 3 groups, able and enthusiastic, and
Yeah.
I'm really proud to have worked with them.
What they've done this weekend very much is people have been apportioned a time slot. So each workshop has had about 20 people in, and everyone's done everything, essentially. I'm probably giving you the game away because I'm so enthusiastic about it, but how did you find that?
It was okay, really. That means that I could really plan ahead and then just work accordingly, because the groups were not copies of each other, they were not clones. So there were slight variations, but not much. So that was okay. I could actually see where we're going at.
Okay, but do you feel there was a minus side to it? I mean, certainly we were seeing by the end of the day people were very tired.
Well, I was tired. Oh, my handy. Yeah, I was a bit tired. They were a bit tired, but it's the price to pay, I guess.
Well,
I mean, next time, if we can prolong this for a week, and have the stuff
Insane.
every other day.
Yeah, maybe. You want to stay in London for a week, is what you're saying.
At the Palace, yeah. The flag.
Do you have any last thoughts on the weekend? Now we're wrapping up.
As I said, this is my first time in this environment with this community, and this was great. I met a lot of nice people. I finally got to see this guy. This is the great guy. So positive all around. Yeah, and it was a lovely experience. Nothing to do with this event though, but a lovely experience with the London public transport. Yeah.
Okay, well, we did that especially for you. Roman, thank you very much. Cheers.
It was
mate.
great. Yeah.